this is DoctorCrossover here today with yet another mod review. Today we're going to be looking at the RPG inventory mod. This adds a lot of RPG themed stuff as well as a redone inventory. So the RPG inventory is actually separate from the normal inventory. You can get to it two ways. One, you can press this RPG inventory button. Oops. Press this RPG inventory button and it'll bring you here. Or, two, you can just simply press R and do that. So, yeah, that's the inventory to start with. Now let's get on to some items. Alright, first up we have the Jewel Forge. This is used to create most of the stuff in this mod, and it's crafted with 8 bricks along the edge and 1 obsidian in the center. I'll show you how to use this first. So to use the Mold Forge, you need to put 1 piece of gold there, a fuel source here, and there's actually 4 different fuel sources that you can use. You can use coal, charcoal, lava, or blaze rods. Personally, I recommend the blaze rods because the coal and charcoal run out really fast, so it eats through like 10 coal before it's done smelting. Also, the blaze rods and the lava bucket give the same amount of fuel, except blaze rods are stackable, so you can actually compact more. So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know that. And here you put molds. I'll go over those in a little bit. You put the molds there for, well, whatever you're trying to make. And you put 1 of 4 gems there. You can, well, 1 of 3 gems or 1 dye. The gems you can use, well, there's actually 2 gems, 1 metal and 1 dye if you want to be specific. But you know, who cares about technicalities? Anyway, you can use diamond, emerald, lapis, or gold ingots, and I'll go over why the differences later. But obviously you can see that anything in this model will be really expensive because you do need a gold block. So, yeah. So that's the Jewel Forge. Next up we have capes. So first off you have the white cape, which is crafted with 2 string and 4 wool. 4 plain wool. Put this in the RPG inventory in that slot right there. If I go to F5, I now have a cape. So it looks cool. Matches my lab coat. So that's cool. That is awesomeness. Now let's take this off first. And then you have different colored capes, like you have 1 cape for every color. So to make the other colors, you just take a white cape and surround it with whatever color dye you want. So in this case, for this example, I used lapis to make a blue cape. So let's put this on. I think I like that, so I'm going to keep that on for the rest of the mod review. Alright. So next up, we have four things that you can find as like dungeon loot. First off, there's these 3 molds. You've got a necklace mold, a glove mold, and the ring mold. And these molds are used in the Jewel Forge over there from before to create whatever you're creating. And this is also a dungeon loot. This is an invisibility cloak. So, clever shout out to Harry Potter right here. But this actually does what it sounds like it does. So, let's take off the blue cloak. Now what this does is it makes all of you invisible. So now normally you have invisibility potions which just make your body invisible. If they don't make any armor or whatever you're holding invisible, people can still see that. So it's not really helpful if you want to sneak around. If you want to sneak around, but still want your armor for protection. But this is different because it hides everything. It even hides your name if you're on a server. So I'm thinking right now that this would be, if this was in survival games, whoever had this would pretty much own, because they could literally just stand right by the cornucopia, just stand there, no one would notice. So anyway, alright, let's hold this, and I can show you that even if you're holding something, that's also invisible. So now, let's put this on. Where'd I go? Yep, see, you can't see me at all. You can only see me if I start sprinting. So, yeah. I'm trying to sprint, but it's not working. So, yeah. So you can only see me if I'm sprinting, because I'm such a boss. Anyway, so yeah, that is the invisibility cloak. I really like that. It's not craftable, because if it was, that'd be pretty OP. You have to find it in dungeon chests. This is actually rarer to find than the molds. The molds are actually fairly easy to find since you have to use it for a bit. Alright, next up, these are not crafting recipes. These are jewel forge recipes. So, yeah, correspond to each of the slots. So these are how you make various things. So in the jewel forge, you have a block of gold, whatever fuel source you're using, a diamond, and a ring mold. You can get a health ring, which has healing, and it gives you 15% health speed. So it's basically your health regenerates 15% faster. And then if you do the same thing, but with a glove mold, you get health gloves, which do the same thing as the health ring. If you do the same thing with the necklace mold, you get the health necklace, which also does the same thing. Let me show you really quick. So this is where you put your gloves. This is where you put your necklace. These are where you put your rings, so you can actually have 2 rings. And these are actually, these 2 slots right here are actually for add-ons to the mod, so I'm going to let you guys explore the add-ons yourself. I'm just going to show the main mod today. So yeah. And then, if you have your block of gold, your fuel source, a ring mold, and an emerald, you can create the buffed ring. When on the left side, it dispels negative effects, and when on the right, it increases your mining speed by 4. So that's pretty good. Then if you do the same thing, but with a glove mold, it gives you buffed gloves, which give you resistance, which reduces damage taken by 20%. So that's pretty good too. And then you've got the same thing, but with a necklace mold, and it gives you the buffed necklace, which gives you water breathing times 2. And then, if you've got your block of gold, your fuel source, a gold ingot, and a ring mold, you'll get the speed ring, which increases your speed by 12.5%. And if you do the same thing, but with glove mold, you get the speed gloves, which do the same thing. And if you do the same thing, but with the necklace mold, you get the speed necklace, which also does the same thing. And if you've got your block of gold, your fuel source, lapis lazuli, and a ring mold, you'll get a strength ring, which gives you strength plus 0.5 and -1 damage on held weapon. So I think that means that if your sword or whatever weapon you're using is damaged every 20 seconds, 1 damage, well, it'll get rid of 1 damage. which is cool, because if you basically just hold a weapon for a while, it'll completely repair itself. And if you do the same thing, but with a glove mold, it gives you strength gloves. These do strength +1 and -1 damage on held weapon every 20 seconds. And if you do the same thing, but with a ring mold, you get the strength necklace, which gives you strength +1.5 and -1 damage on held weapon every 20 seconds. So I'm not completely done, but I'm almost done. I've got one last thing I want to show you guys, and that is how it looks on you when you put these on. So I'm going to put these on. You can actually see that there's actually 3D models for the necklace and the gloves, not for the rings though, which is sad. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. So because it does that, however, the 3D models on your player, there are bugs, glitches, that make this mod, well, not bugs, it's just that this mod is incompatible with any mod that alters your player model. So like My Little Pony or Custom Steve's, are a couple of mods I can think of off the top of my head. Or Smart Moving, those all edit the player model. So there's some bugs with that. Anyway, just thought I'd let you guys know. So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you have any ideas for any new mods or games that I should play next time, please let me know down in the comments. And for me, the professor, and the rogue creeper somewhere, he's wandering off. Where's the rogue creeper? The rogue creeper is part of our group now. Just because I didn't kill him, he's part of our group. I don't see the rogue creeper. Rogue creeper, where are you? Oh! I'm breaking stuff. Whoopsies. You didn't see that. You saw nothing. Focus just really quick. Okay. Now, we need to find the rogue creeper, because he needs to say goodbye too. Rogue creeper. Where is the rogue creeper? Did he escape somehow? He's in the professor's office. I honestly don't know where he is. He didn't want to be in our... I need to get an empty hand. Is he in the brewing room? Is a... Creeper? Mr. Creeper, where are you? I don't see you, Mr. Creeper. Where did you go? Is he in the, entrance hall? Nope. I guess the creeper doesn't want to be with us. Alrighty then. So, for me and the professor, it is goodbye.